Hi guys, it's Sophia. I'm so excited to be filming today. I decided I would film my foundation routine and how I cream, contour, and highlight because I've been really into cream contour for the past couple of months. I thought I would show you guys the tips that I have and what I do when I actually get ready. So if you guys are interested in my foundation routine and how I apply everything, then just keep on watching. So the first thing I'm going to do is prime my face with the Too Faced Hangover RX primer. This primer is so good. It's amazing. I haven't used any other primer besides this one, and I used to be addicted to the backlight priming filter. That primer used to be my like holy grail primer, and ever since I started to use this one, I haven't used any other primer. I just feel like it helps my makeup stay on all day, but it also moisturizes my skin. You can really feel it getting tacky and sticky, which is good because that means that your makeup is going to just stick to it. The next thing I'm going to do is take the Benefit Porefessional. I have the little travel size one and it's dirty. A lot of my makeup is dirty, so just excuse that because it's kind of embarrassing. So I like to take this primer and focus it mainly in my cheek area because that's where I have really large pores. So I just like to pat it in. I also like to put it on my nose and my chin. Now I'm going to go in with my Smashbox primer water to just help give my skin some hydration again. I have really dry skin, so I just like to make sure I'm really prepping my skin, and taking those extra steps is just going to help your makeup look a lot more natural and also help it stay on a lot longer. So for foundation, I'm actually going to be mixing the LA Girl foundation with the L'Oreal Pro Glow. These are the two darkest foundations I own, and it's still a little bit too light for me, so don't mind that. I need to get a darker shade, I guess. I also like to take my Cover FX Custom Enhancer Drops. This is in the shade Moonlight, I believe. And I like to put this into my foundation mixture because I just feel like it helps kind of dilute it and also gives me that glow that I'm always wanting. So I'm just going to apply my foundation with this Sigma brush. It's their foundation brush, but this is so old that the name rubbed off. But I just like to apply it first with a brush and then blend it with a beauty blender. I don't know why I decided to wear a white shirt. That was not a smart choice. So to cream contour, I'm going to use the Hoola contour stick. I recently just got this and I love it. It's so easy to blend. The first time I cream contoured, I remember I was super scared, and it just seems like an intimidating thing, but honestly, it's not at all. So what I like to do is apply this stick onto my forehead. I'm pretty tan right now, so I don't know if this is going to be dark enough, but we'll see once I blend it out. The brush I like to use is the Morphe Y10 to blend in my cream contour. And I just like to blend it into my hairline. But my baby hair is getting away all the time. So I'm going to actually take my LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Toast because the other one was too light. And just apply a little bit on my forehead since I already have some on there. For my cheeks, I like to apply the cream contour right above my cheekbones and kind of curve it inwards. When you blend, the product tends to move down. So by applying the cream contour just above my cheekbone, it's just going to help give that illusion of super high cheekbones and sculpted cheekbones, because if I were to apply it right at my cheekbone, it would kind of just drag down under and it wouldn't really do what I want it to. So then I just like to blend going towards my hair, like pushing the product into my hairline. Once I get down lower, I like to kind of pat it, making sure it's blending in well with my foundation. Now as you can see, it doesn't look too harsh or too intense, it's pretty natural. I'm gonna now blend my forehead and do the same thing, just circular motions. And this brush is really perfect for blending cream contour because of the size. Definitely recommend. I have two of these and I kind of want to get another one. Now for my jawline, I like to kind of stick out my chin forward, and it's not a cute face, but it's okay. To kind of see where my jawline, you know, where it's at, because it's kind of non-existent. And wherever you see it kind of pop out, you're going to go right underneath, not like right on your jawline, right underneath, because if you Apply this right onto your jaw. It's just gonna draw more attention and kind of make it look bigger. That's what I've done in the past. You don't want to look bigger when you're contouring. You're trying to make everything look, you know, more structured and slimmer. Just like to apply it all the way up here and underneath. And I will drag it down the neck a little bit. I'm just blending back and forth. I'm going to do this half of my face off camera really quick and I'll be right back for the next step. Okay, so the next step is concealer. I'm going to be going in with my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the shade Light Medium Honey. This concealer is the best concealer I've ever tried in my life. I know it's pretty much what everyone's using, but I can't stop using it because of how good it is. So I like to just apply a lot. I kind of just feel like concealer brings everything together. I don't feel like myself without it. So I just apply it underneath my eyes, my nose, a little on my forehead and my cupid's bow, and around my nose because I have redness there. I don't like to apply concealer on my chin just because, like I said before, I feel like I have a really long chin, so by applying concealer it's just going to highlight that area more, which I don't want to do. I wish I knew how to contour my nose because I see so many amazing artists contour their nose and it's just, I think it's such a skill. Every time I try to contour my nose, it just looks, I don't know, it looks really big. I feel like it looks bigger. So I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I pounce really lightly. I'm applying really light pressure and I'm going back and forth. I like to sharpen up my eyeshadow by applying the concealer right underneath and blending it out. I'm setting my under eyes with the Mercier Secret Brightening Powder. In my Real Techniques, I think this is the setting brush. So I learned this trick from Nicole Guerrero. I like to lightly pat going the reverse direction. So patting going inward. It definitely helps with my under eyes not creasing. I love Nicole Guerrero. I can't get enough of her vlogs. Look up, lightly pat, and down. To set my face, I love the Mercier translucent powder. So I just like to get my beauty blender wet again. By getting your beauty blender wet, I just feel like it helps the powder really sink into your skin rather than just laying flat on top, if that makes sense. So I get it wet under the sink and then I'll just dip it straight into my powder. Pat the powder into my skin. I really like to focus it where my pores are large, so right here. I feel like patting the powder into your large pores helps kind of shrink them more. To bronze my face, I'm going to be using the Marc Jacobs bronzer in the shade Tantric. I didn't know what it was called. I love this bronzer. I feel like it just helps me look naturally tan and bronzed. It blends super easily. I just wish it was, you know, a bit cheaper. I'm gonna go in with my Kat Von D Shade and Light palette to kind of go over my contour a little bit more, just to intensify it a bit. So I like to use my Morphe M143 fan brush. To blend everything out, I'm gonna go in with a large stippling brush. This is gonna help all the powders kind of mend together and nothing look too intense. I'm going to use my RCMA powder to bake underneath my contour. For blush, I'm going to use the Nars blush in the shade Luster, and I'm taking my Morphe E3 brush to apply it. And now I'm just going to take my Anastasia banana powder, brighten my under eyes a little bit with that powder. I also like to apply it onto my forehead, my nose, my cupid's bow, my chin. Just kind of bring some light back into my face. Alright, so for my favorite part, I have a couple of steps that I do every single time I apply highlight. I first like to go in with a cream highlight. The cream highlight that I've been addicted to is the Stila Heavens Hue highlighter in the shade Kitten. I like to go in with, again, my Morphe Y10 brush, but this is a different one. I like to apply this as my base for my highlight. This is just going to really help your highlight stay on longer and pop that much more. I never ever just wear one highlight. You can also use your finger with this product. I sometimes like to use my finger to help kind of melt it into my skin. It's beautiful, especially if you flash a light onto it. It's like, whoa. In my nose. And to go right over that highlight, I'm going to take the Laura Geller Gilded Honey and go right over it. And now I'm going to dust off my bake. I'm going to finish my eye makeup and do my lipstick off camera, and I'll be right back to finish. Okay, so I'm going to now set my face using the Too Faced Hangover setting spray. I've honestly been loving this. I love this so much. I feel like it's super hydrating, but it also helps my makeup stay on longer. Alright guys, so that completes this video. I actually did spray my face one more time with the MAC Fix Plus. I thought I was recording, but I wasn't. But I always like to set my face with my setting spray, and then after that dries, I go in with Fix Plus, because this isn't a setting spray, this is just a skin refresher as well, and it just really helps your makeup melt into your skin. I feel like nothing does the job as well as Fix Plus. This is like my baby. I could not live without it.